Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Papercrafting. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to make a folio. Just a simple folio, not a photo folio, just a folio that you could put in a journal for extra spots. Not with a journal in it, just simple folded pieces of paper. That's all I want to do. So I'm going to use this natural textiles that I got from Ollie's during their big, I think they still are actually putting more stuff out. I just haven't been. So I want to find paper that's calling to me. This plaid, we all know. Your girl loves a good plaid. So we're going to do plaid. I need, let me think. I need like 5 pieces of paper. Do that one. Oh, I like this one, that one. All right, we'll see if that is enough for now. Actually, let's take out this polka dot too. Okay. So we're gonna start by figuring out which one we want for our cover. So I think I want this floral one for our cover. I'm gonna cut it down to 8 by 11. Just pulling it up. Like, listen, guys, I'm not. Let's talk some facts here. I didn't plan this. I didn't write anything down. We're going with the flow. So we're going to do 8 by 11. Okay, and that means I need 2 more pieces that are let's do 5 3/8, right? Yes, because 5 1/2 is half of 11. By, what did I say this was? What did I cut it to? 8. Okay. So that's another piece. Let's grab another one and we'll do the same thing. We're going to cut it to 5 3/8. I'm cutting it a little short, okay? So the fold's easy. I might have to still trim some off. We'll see. By 8. All right, and then I want another page to pop out. So we need that to be 5 5/8. Because that would be 1/4 of an inch, correct? Let's do 7/8 and we'll do 1/2 an inch. By 8. Okay, so that needs to be scored. And then we'll do this last one because it's a single-sided paper, you guys. That's why there's so much getting cut. Single-sided paper. We're going to do the 5 3/8 again by 8. Now I also want some pockets. So this one has to be scored. So let's do some pockets. I'm going to do 4 by 4 squared pocket. So we're going to do 8 1/2 by 4 on this pocket. Okay. So this will be a pocket and we're going to do one more. Let's do, what are you? Oh, you're exactly 4. Great. So let's do 8 1/2, and we're doing 8 1/2 because I need a score line. I need a thing to score to attach it. Understand? And I think I could do one more pocket. You guys. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to do a 5-inch pocket. Once again by 8.5. All right. We'll see. We'll see what this gets us. We'll see what this gets us, you guys. I don't know what it will get. I don't know. I'm not sure, but we need a scoreboard. Let me grab that. Okay. I swear to all that is holy that I do not touch this camera, but it somehow moves. All the time. All right, so this is one of our pockets, and we're going to start by scoring a 1/2 inch. Okay, 1/2 inch, and then, so if we get rid of half that inch, that'll be 8, so we'd score 4.5. Correct? Correct. Do the same for this one. 1/2 inch, 4.5, and this one. 1/2 inch, 4.5, and this piece I need to score at 1/2 inch, correct? I think I cut this too big. I should not math in my head. I should not math in my head. Yeah, I definitely cut that too big. Should not math in my head, you guys. So if I want this to be 5 3/8, you know what? I'm just gonna go to 5. There we go. Just gonna cut that little sliver off, turn it back over, and we'll not speak of this again. Okay. Okay, great. And then I have this piece, which is the cover, and this is going to get scored at 5.5. Right down the middle. Okay, so everything is scored. I want to ink. I'm going to not, we'll see. I did re-ink my inker, so it should be nice and juicy for us. Should be. I did that before I started this video. This is the only Tim Holtz ink pad that I have the re-inker for, because I use it so much, because it is my favorite for distressing and inking pages. I mean, you've seen it. I don't even have a lot of the big ones. Like, I just think ink pads are overly expensive. I mean, I would really like colored ink pads, but that's not happening because by the time you get every color you need, you know what I mean? Like, you're spending a fortune. And honestly, where the hell would I store them? I don't even know where I'd store them at. Okay, and I'm going to turn this inside out because I want to make sure that I get around everything. That way, if I cut things a little too short, a little too small, maybe you won't notice as much if everything is inked. All right, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to finish inking every single piece. Okay, they're all inked. So let me tell you, my aunt asked me to make sure this is going the right way. My aunt asked me to make her these journals. I didn't record them because they were, you guys, I can't even, they were an Etsy. It was an Etsy kit. So I didn't record it because it's not my journal to record, not my journal. I didn't make it. It was an Etsy kit. But I made her this journal and she wanted 6 of them. And by the time I was done inking every single item from this journal kit, I literally thought that my arm was going to fall off. It was that bad. You guys, it was so bad. I was like, oh my God, this is insane. It was so much inking. So much inking. But I got it done. It was insanity. All right, I want to put one of the pockets here. So as you can see, I'm just trimming off some of these corners here. And now I need to make this a pocket. I think I'm going to do a thumb notch. Where is my, there it is. My hole punch. I'm going to do a notch here. And then I have to ink around that. But yeah, it was so much inking. So much inking. I was like, this is just ridiculous. So every page, every little item, everything that came with it had to be inked. And it was so much. It was so much. All right. Oh, that needs to be trimmed. See? This is what I'm saying here. Let's trim that off. And then I need to ink it again. Okay. So now I think I'm going to have it coming out like this. So I'm going to glue it right here. But it was actually nice making those journals because I just sat upstairs and worked on it for a little bit at a time. Nope. What am I doing? It has to come off of here. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. So I just found a spot for it. Now we're going to make sure this folds. Okay. All right. Now I can put a piece of paper here. And I'm going to put this one here. And glue this down. Yep. I cut that. That's a me error, you guys. That was a me error. I scored wrong. Yep, this is only 5 1/8. So let me cut this piece of paper to 5 1/8. Yeah, well, doesn't really matter, does it? Nope. 5 1/8. All right. I'm gonna have to ink it again. Let me put this over here off to the side so it's not in the way. And we're gonna ink. All right, and then we can glue this one. That was a me. I think I was only supposed to score it 1/4 of an inch, not a half. Not a big deal. Things happen. Especially when you don't practice something and you just jump into making it. Right? Right. All right, there we go. There is a little sliver right here I'm going to trim off. It's a nice thing also about inking. When you ink, you can see all the little pieces. And then you can just trim them off. And then ink again. All right, so we have a pocket and this page. I want to put the 2 other pockets here. One here. And then one here. So it's just 2 pockets. Or should I put one over here? Maybe I put one over here and one over here. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, this needs to be trimmed again. Just a little. Just a little bit. And then thumb notch. I'm just picking a spot. And ink. And we're going to glue it together into a pocket. So I am literally just gluing the open sides and leaving the top open. So 2 sides. So a little L shape. Okay. Or can I do it this way? Do one over here and one over here. If I put that here, will I still be able to close it? Yes. I don't want that one there though. We would have to do this one over there. And we do it like this. I don't know. Okay. Get off of there. Thumb notch. So this is the kind of thing you would just stick in a journal, is what you would do with this. Let's make these into pockets and then we can figure out what we're going to do with them. Okay, so I think we put one here. What happened there? I don't know what happened. Oh, you guys, it was just a smidge, I tell you, a smidge too big. Which was affecting how it folded. So put that there. Okay. So we can put this one there. Let's put it in. We're not changing our mind. Let's put it in. Okay. Let's make sure it folds. Yep. Okay. And then I think we'll put this one here. Like so. Okay, sounds good. We're almost done. I'm not decorating it or anything, just because you could decorate till your little heart's content, but I'm not going to. Okay, And now we just need to add our paper. Did I cut these too small? I might have. Let's just face facts. I might have cut them too small. It's fine. We will survive. Maybe. I don't know. It's touch and go. Basically, it's not a big deal. What I'm going to do is fold this and ink this up because I did cut it too small. My math ain't mathing right, you guys. I mean, I knew I cut it small, but I cut it way too small. So, but that's fine. All right, so we have that. We have this, and we're going to add this one. Actually gonna pull it down a little bit here and leave it naked. Leave it more exposed over here because you can easily just put something on that edge. So yeah. Cut it to the 5.5, not 5 3/8. So cut all the papers to 5.5, and then if you need to, you can trim them down so things can fold. But here we go. Pocket, pocket, flip this out, pocket. And that, actually, we'll do this. There we go. Like so. And this is a cute little folio you could put in your journal. I'm looking. Do I have a journal here? I do have a journal here. This is October. So this is currently an empty journal. If this was the correct size, I could put it right in here. Look at that. That would fit perfectly in there. Glue it in. And I would have extra space in my journal that you could just pop everything out. And there you go. A super cute, easy folio. You can decorate this like crazy, you guys. You could do so much decorating on something like this. So much decorating, especially since I just used these like textured cardstock papers. But there you go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hey, you could always share me with a crafty friend who has no idea who I am. I would appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next crafty video. Have a great rest of your day.